So did you know that every 39 seconds, there's a hacker attack happening? And one of the major causes are weak passwords. So in this video, if you would like to prevent that from happening to you and not lose money on your online transactions, stay tuned and watch this video. Guys, welcome back to Study Money, and in today's video we'll talk about how to create a strong password to minimize your risks of getting hacked. And I personally do a lot of online banking, doing a lot of online transactions, and I also have online businesses. So doing things online have its many benefits, like saving time, saving money, and the convenience. Now, that's a different topic. And with all these benefits involved, it does not come without the threats and the risks involved. Okay, so there's malware, phishing, scams, and of course, hacking. So we'll talk about the passwords, and we will simply focus on the types of passwords that people commonly use. And I'll share with you a tip on how to have that godlike level password. So stay tuned. So now let's talk about the 5 different password strength levels, okay? And the first level is what I call dead level, okay? So hindi nyo na dapat ginagamit yung mga ganitong klaseng password, okay? This is a guarantee pretty much that your account, especially your accounts that involve your online banking passwords, your bank accounts, PIN, PayPal, Payoneer, or what have you, okay? Please do away with this kind of password. Ngayon, ano ba yung dead level password na pinagsasabi ko ngayon? So the format of the dead level password are names, birthdays, anniversaries, and it looks something like this. All right, look at example number 1. It's just the month, day, and year. So 110585. This piece of information can easily be found on Facebook. Okay? Napakadaling makita niyan eh. Someone can just look at your birthday on Facebook and then they decide, try ko ang i-hack yung account niya. And then they know about your email pa. Patay ka, deadball ka. Example number 2 is your full name. Alright? So, don't be a fool. Don't use your full name. And if I were you, if you're using this kind of level of password, I suggest that you move it to at least the basic level of password. Now, what's the basic level of password? So basically, the basic is a format, or the format is combination of letters and characters. Or combination of letters and numbers. Alright? So, pahirapan mo naman sila ng konti. Huwag mo padaliin na mahulaan agad yung password mo sa bank mo. Alright? Especially if you're paying bills online, doing a lot of transactions online, paying a lot of stuff online, pahirapan mo naman sila. Diba? So, yung example is, number 1, Juan de la Cruz 13. Example number 2, Juan de la Cruz 032585. Now, compared with the dead level, the basic level has somehow, some way up the ante, or at least up the level of security. But again, this is not a guarantee that you'll never ever be hacked, okay? Madali pa rin hulaan to eh. They could just look at your Facebook, they could just look at some, papers flying around in your house, and makita nila yan, try ko ngang hulaan, try ko ngang subukan kung ano yung password niya for his online bank, try ko ngang i-access yung BPI Express online niya, try ko ngang i-access yung Security Bank niya, yung Union Bank niya, try ko ngang access yung PayPal niya, yung Payoneer, etc. Alright? So if you're using the basic level of password, I suggest that you move away from it immediately and start using the amateur level password. Okay? Now, what's an amateur level password? So the format is a combination of alphanumeric characters and special characters. What do I mean by special characters? So look at the example that I've put here. Alright? Juan de la Cruz, 13, exclamation point, question mark. Alright, now, hindi naman kailangan ganito yung arrangement ng password mo, okay? Don't get me wrong here. So you can put the exclamation right after 1, you can put the 13, after Della, you can put the question mark after Cruz, or you can mix it up all around, okay, and then just, put all these other characters wherever you would like for them to be. Now, example number 2, Juan de la Cruz, exclamation point, 85, exclamation point. Now you can put the exclamation 85, exclamation point in between the name or whatever. Again, don't use your full name. Don't use your name at all if you can. All right? Use another word or something that's not related to you. Like maybe fish, dog, bull terrier, whatever. Okay? So, but let it not be your name. Now, if you're already using the amateur level password, then you would like to move from this to the professional level password. So I've learned about this professional level password about 10 years ago. Okay, an Irish guy, or I think he was Australian. He taught this to me, and matatawa ka, no? If you look at the format here, it's a multi-combination of alphanumeric characters and special characters. Now, if you remember the times na may mga nagte-text sa'yo na parang Jejemon, sinasabi nila, "Ayo po, good morning po." Diba? Makikita mo yung mga letters nila, it's all changed and it looks really weird, but you can make something out of it. Alright? Let's look at example number 1. So, Juan de la Cruz, baby, it says. And then they just changed the letter A to the @ sign, the letter E to number 3, and the letter A once again to the @ sign, and then they put another @ sign. So ito mga special characters na to, especially if you're using a keyboard. Alright, you press shift and locate the number keys. If you're using a common type of keyboard, makita mo yung mga special characters na yan dyan, and you can play around with it. Alright, I've used a kind of password like this many years ago, especially with my bank accounts that are relating to paying staff online, transferring funds from one bank to another bank, and paying for services, paying for goods online. And so this kind of password, the pro level or the professional level password, helps you. Now, once again, it's not a guarantee that your accounts will never ever be hacked. Some people will just be that clever to do something about it. Okay, I don't know how. I've never been hacked, thank God. But once again, if you're not using this already, I suggest you do it after you see this video. Now, let's talk about the Godlike level password. Alright, so what's a Godlike level password? So this is something that's really gonna throw you off. Okay, you may have not seen something like this in your whole life. Now, let me show you the format of the Godlike level password. Alright, it's a combination of alphanumeric characters, special characters, and punctuation marks or punctuation characters. So let's look at an example here. So if you look at example number 1, I mean it's barely readable. Alright, like there's the letter J, a colon, or I'm sorry, semicolon, a colon, and a parenthesis, and then I don't know what's next, and then the slash, question mark, apostrophe, I don't know what that character is, DC, and then asterisk, number 2, open quotation, and then I think it's the greater than sign, and then forward slash and backslash, and then the equal sign. Alright, now one tip here, if you're going to use the Godlike level password, or should I say a couple of tips, alright, when using a Godlike level password. 1, make sure that yung haba nito or the length of the password that you're using is at least a minimum of 16 characters. Now, you can move it all the way up to 20, 24, whatever works for you. Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you sleep at night and sleep like a baby. Alright? Now, tip number 2. Before you start using this Godlike level password, I strongly recommend that you memorize it. Okay, that you've written it down somewhere secure, that you've typed it down somewhere secure, and that no one could ever see the type of password that you've typed down. Okay, and so example number 2, if you want to make it fun, all right, you can draw faces on your password. So example number 2 is like, there's a face there, @_ JDC, and then separator, number 3, and then U, and then Z, and then @_, and then you can even play around with the uppercase, lowercase, whatever again makes you happy, whatever makes you get that sense of fulfillment when it comes to password strength and increasing your level of security, especially when it comes to your finances or when your finances are involved. Okay, so once again, all right, please make sure that before you use this, you write it down. You don't just memorize it in your head. Okay, and well, if you have a really good photographic memory, then by all means do so. All right, but before you use it, I suggest you memorize it, you type it many times over so that it becomes second nature. Na even if you're asleep, you can type your password. And I kid you not, okay, anybody who has a not so good intention about you and monitors your activity somewhere and desires to hack into your bank account, I mean, just look at this. It looks ridiculous, diba? But then again, okay, it protects you and gives you this, at least somehow, a greater level of peace of mind that your password is at least somehow, some way barricaded with a godlike level password, and not anybody could just, run through your bank accounts and access it and start siphoning your money. Now, I'll give you a bonus tip here, okay, before I leave this off with you. Okay, so I want you to treat your passwords like underwear. That's right, like underwear. What do I mean? So, like your underwear or your undergarments, okay? Change your passwords regularly. Change your password every 3 to 6 months. Kung tinatamad ka, at least 6 months. Now, if you have millions and billions and trillions, okay, then ibang level na siguro ng password security yung kailangan mo doon. Maybe retina scan, fingerprint, on top of the godlike level password, plus your signature and other people involved. But again, we're talking about your personal finance here, all right, not corporate type passwords. And so, tip number 2 or bonus number 2 is keep your passwords private and never share it. Although, you've written down your godlike level password somewhere, please naman, huwag nyo naman ipagmayabang, huwag nyo ring ipakita, diba? If there's something that you would like to share nyo tong video na to para matututo din sila. Okay? Guys, I hope that you liked this video and you found this video helpful. And if you do, hit the thumbs up, like it down below. And if you have any questions, feel free to write it down in the comments section. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And if you feel that other people needs to hear about this information, feel free to share it with your loved ones, friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.